First of all, I was there that night. I was with Suge.
Oh, you were with him. You okay. Do you have any idea who shot Suge?
I'm pretty sure Suge knows who shot Suge.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
so when he comes out of sedation, I'm sure anybody who gets shot will tell you who shot them, right?
Yeah.
But if the police say nobody shot him, I believe nobody shot him. And if nobody shot him, that's the same nobody that shot Tupac. And if nobody shot Tupac, it's the same nobody that shot MLK. And if nobody shot him, that's the same person that shot Malcolm X too. It's a lot of nobodies out there, and nobody minds if nobody comes up missing, right? That don't bother nobody, does it?
Who killed Tupac Shakur, the 25-year-old rapper, considered one of the most influential artists of all time, was gunned down in Las Vegas in 1996. Well, on Friday, Dwayne Keefe D. Davis was indicted on one count of...
Katt Williams didn't raise his voice when Tupac Shakur was mentioned. He spoke almost quietly, not like someone making accusations, but like someone reminding people that some truths survive precisely because they were never captured on camera. When Netflix completed its documentary on Sean Combs, some moments were emphasized, others disappeared into the edit, and at least one perspective never reached the final version. The mystery is no longer only about what happened to Tupac.
Big Dick Deviance is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
For those who are celebrating this year, yeah.
All right, well, let's get right into it. All right, I'm gonna count it down, and we're gonna start from there. I'm gonna go
Sure.
3. Are you ready? All right, in 3, 2. Real life street stars, man. We are back once again. The woman with the plan, the Jaganator, the Jag Squad, Mrs. Jaguar. Right. Welcome back.
Hey. How y'all doing?
We're doing good, and Jack, I don't know if this is
How are days going for you guys since you asked?
cold. Yeah, it's cold. We got to deal. We got that Philly weather. We got that Philly weather down here, so I don't know what's going on. Yeah, it feels like it. It feels like it.
That's insane. I remember when I first moved to Dallas, the first Christmas we had, it was like 68 degrees, 70 degrees. And I was like, see, this is awesome. A Christmas you can barbecue on. So, yeah.
We call that freezing down here.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Horrible. Jack, I don't know if it's a time to celebrate or a time to mourn, because we have a documentary that's trending #1 on Netflix, where we have a black man executive producing the downfall of another black man.
Is that what we're calling it?
I mean, that's how some people are looking at this thing. Or it might be looked at as a vindication, but that's why we're here. We're gonna have a conversation, man. This Sean Combs, The Reckoning, the 50 Cent Diddy doc. First and foremost, we've been talking about this thing, Jack, for going on 2 years now, and once again, thank you for even being, I guess you could say, a beacon during this whole conversation, as far as kind of spreading light on a lot of things that go down in the industry that, you know, the normal person may not even see or hear about, that happens in the day-to-day. Did you really think 50 Cent, when he first mentioned it, that there was an actual documentary being worked on?
Well, see, this is the thing. I can believe that it was happening. At what purpose? See, and that's the thing. Like, my opinion about all of this stuff is so much different than your average person's, and my outlook is so much different than your average person's. Did I believe that it was possible? Absolutely. Why wouldn't he be able to do a documentary? Why wouldn't he be able to bring in Alexandria to come and put this together? Like, the woman who directed this, she doesn't even seem to have a background in hip hop at all.
That makes sense.
So it's like, it's kind of interesting.
The real controversy may not begin with what the documentary revealed, but with what viewers never saw. A resurfaced clip of Katt Williams discussing Tupac, silence, and proximity to power was reportedly excluded from the final cut. In documentaries presented as complete, omission can shape the narrative as much as inclusion. What remains on screen defines memory. What disappears can reshape accountability. Once important edges are trimmed away, the conversation stops being about entertainment and starts becoming about control. Who decides which truths are considered safe enough for the public?
The 1996 Soul Train Awards, man, y'all had two run-ins with Tupac and Suge Knight at that award show, right? One outside the award show and one inside the award show. I think the one outside the award show, Tupac and Suge, they pulled up in a red Hummer and Tupac got out and he started yelling at Biggie. And you said somebody named C. Gutter pulled out a gun on Tupac. And I think the one inside the award show, you said that y'all seen Tupac and Suge, and when you look to the side of you, Puffy disappeared. And I did an interview with Napoleon, and he told me that Tupac told him that when Puffy seen him, he ran. And I think Napoleon told me that Puffy ran inside a tour bus. That's what Tupac told him. So from your point of view, man, what happened?
Well, you're talking about the 96 Soul Train and the 97 Soul Train. The 96 Soul Train Awards, right? One of the officers, and I'm just gonna call him Bun, he was at the 96 Soul Train Awards with me, and he was right next to Big. And this is based on his accounts, right? Now this guy is a decorated, he's a decorated officer, been an officer for over 30-some years, and I'm gonna believe somebody, I'm gonna believe what he tells me. You understand? And I've been knowing him since '86. So now, he tells me, because we're riding back in the limousine with Puff now, because Big and them left him out there. He told me, as far as Pac came over there talking about, nah, what, West Side and all this other shit like that. And a woman walked past Big. And when this woman walked past Big, she said, oh, now, Tupac is here. He said, Ma, I ain't scared. I ain't scared of him. You understand? And he said, Pac started saying, nah, what, you fat motherfucker, like that. And Big started saying, what, you know what I'm saying, went back and forth like that. Now, Suge Knight and them, they coming towards. And he said, for no reason, well, you know, you don't know what Suge gonna do, you don't know what, but C. Gutter pulls out the gun. When C. Gutter pulled out the gun, the Nation of Islam got in the middle of it, and they stopped all the bullshit. I don't know if Suge seen the gun or not. I don't know. But even C. Gutter, when he got out of jail, he went on another platform and he said, yeah, I pulled the gun out on Suge. He said it himself. You understand? There were stories that going around saying Keefy D did it. Keefy D wasn't even with us at the time. So now, me and Puff, here's the altercation over the radio.
Katt Williams has never been an outsider in the traditional sense. He stood close enough to the industry to understand how its inner circles operate, yet repeatedly chose distance over acceptance. Over the years, he has spoken about turning down opportunities, alliances, and access tied to influence. His silence was never absence. It was restraint. In an industry where belonging often comes with unspoken expectations, what does it mean when someone willingly stays outside the protected rooms?
Done something, and I've accomplished my goals. My goals are set out to make me a man. Now I feel like I'm a man now. I set out goals to make me a king. Now I'm not a king of anybody else but me. You know, nobody else is under my rule but me and my kids. You know what I mean? But I made myself into a king. Now I need a queen to be happy so that I can be a teacher and a father. I can't be that until I find a queen. So I'm stuck in it.
So, what to do, what to get.
Hey man, bring my little homie home. He is not old enough to hang out with you. I was home. I went to the gas station to wait for y'all. Y'all kept going. So then I went behind you and kept going behind you. When I came behind you, you already went to your house. I came to my house, but you changed. Huh? At your house.
In a 1995 interview, Tupac Shakur made comments that still echo decades later, largely because of what he refused to fully reveal. He referenced evidence yet stopped short of publicly exposing everything he knew. His tone felt careful, controlled, almost legal rather than emotional. Every sentence sounded measured, as though he understood the consequences attached to every word.
Oh, you did. You ain't see me turn that. You ain't see me turn that. Excuse me. Sit my little homie on. Put him in the cab or something. I'm doing that at 2 o'clock. Alright? Yeah. Yeah. What? I'm in the car already, right? Yeah. Yeah. I'll hear it too, though. That's 106. So, can you send a nigga on? You want me to tell him that? I will tell him that. I'll put that in the interview. So, can you send him on? Huh? Come on, man. The batteries is running out. Cuz, man, we got some work to do. You know I gotta go back to the movie set tomorrow. I don't got but today to work with they ass. Yeah, trying to rush the studio. So can you handle that for me, please? Alright, stop bullshit, man. Put him in the cab. Alright, I know you smoking when you keep it. You think you fucking cash, bro. But send a nigga home. Alright? Alright. Now he don't know how to drive. Don't give him no call.
This did not sound like speculation. It sounded like someone calculating risk. When a figure known for confrontation suddenly becomes cautious, a different question emerges. Is that hesitation uncertainty, or the awareness that some consequences extend far beyond the individual speaking? Sometimes restraint says more than outrage ever could.
Yes.
How's he hold up?
Well, first of all, I was there that night. I was with you.
Oh, you were with him. Okay. Do you have any idea who shot Suge?
I'm pretty sure Suge knows who shot Suge.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
so when he comes out of sedation, I'm sure anybody who gets shot will tell you who shot them, right?
Yeah.
But if the police say nobody shot him, I believe nobody shot him. And if nobody shot him, that's the same nobody that shot Tupac. And if nobody shot Tupac, it's the same nobody that shot MLK. And if nobody shot him, that's the same person that shot Malcolm X too. It's a lot of nobodies out there, and nobody minds if nobody comes up missing, right? That don't bother nobody, does it? Certainly doesn't bother me.
So,
shout outs to the nobodies of the world.
You're predicting this is going to be a nobody situation.
I'm making no predictions whatsoever. I'm saying the police said they arrested the shooters, then said they didn't arrest the shooters. But I was there, so I know that 20 minutes after people were laying down on the ground shot.
When responsibility fades into confusion and narratives become fragmented, one question refuses to disappear. Who benefits most when the truth itself becomes harder to trace?
Provoke this, or?
Nobody in the world has ever provoked themselves being shot.
That's true.
There's only two ways to get shot. Either you believe you're somewhere where a person can't have a gun, therefore making you safe, like an airport or a club that restricts entrance, and a situation where the person already has the gun out and you're standing in front of somebody. Now, if you're an idiot, you can believe this was about Suge Knight, but Suge Knight has been accessible every day of his life for 20 years. We know who it was aimed at, we know whose life he saved, and we know why they won't talk about it. But now the rumor mill would tell you, yeah, see, the same thing Suge was doing to Katt, he was trying to do to Chris. They're forgetting something. Suge has never managed me.
What about the reports that this was gang-related? These were two gang members that thought they did it in spite of Tupac.
If it was gang-related, then why didn't it happen thoroughly? You see, there's parts of this story that just don't seem to make sense.
Right.
You're saying it was gang-related, so that means somebody's gang was shooting at somebody's gang, and then somebody...
According to 50 Cent, more than 100 hours of footage reportedly never appeared in the final Netflix series. The explanation centered around runtime limitations and narrative focus. But documentaries are rarely neutral. They are cultural products shaped by legal pressure, public image, and financial interests. When entire timelines are removed, audiences may receive closure instead of complexity. At what point does editing stop being storytelling and start becoming protection?
Shakur, the 25-year-old rapper, considered one of the most influential artists of all time, was gunned down in Las Vegas in 1996. Well, on Friday, Dwayne Keefe D. Davis was indicted on one count of murder with a deadly weapon in relation to the killing. DJ Vlad, a major commentator in the hip-hop industry for years, admitted that police in Las Vegas asked him to help their investigation after he interviewed Keefe D for his own show. And DJ Vlad joins me now.
Tupac pulled out a gun.
It looked like he was reaching, yeah. Yeah, it did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you actually see a gun?
Oh, shit. Once he got the reaching, I got the ducking.
So someone from your car started shooting at Tupac and Sugar.
So Orlando shot him across Dre?
He leaned over on the window, you go around the window, pop. They would drove on my side, I would pop them. You know what I'm saying? But they was on the other side.
Right.
Well, DJ Vlad joins me now. DJ Vlad, thank you very much indeed for joining the show.
Absolutely, thank you for having me.
I know you've studied this case for so long, and these interviews that you did with Keefe D, they've turned out to be extremely significant in this investigation, leading, in fact, to him being arrested and indicted. When you heard that news, how did you feel?
Well, I mean, the goal wasn't really to get anyone arrested. It was really just to get the truth of the matter. The story about Orlando Anderson killing Tupac, I've known since around 2007. So this was essentially the worst kept secret in LA. Everyone knew about it, but there were no arrests, there was no convictions, there was no anything, there was no actual proofs. There was a lot of conspiracy theories around it. So around 2008, when I first heard the Keefe confession tapes that Greg Kading got, then I found out there was a book that was about to come out. I got a hold of Keefe D and his co-writer, and we scheduled an interview, and we just went from there.
I mean, he appears to have incriminated himself in this interview, certainly the last. Did you believe he was doing that as you interviewed him?
Well, I think that he believed that he had a level of immunity when he did the proffer agreement. I think at the time he was saying that he had cancer, so maybe he didn't think he had much time to live. So he was just kind of letting it loose at that point. But, it was a little bit crazy that he actually sat down and we did everything. And when I asked him about it, sometimes he would try to dodge certain questions, but ultimately I used the book as a blueprint. So whenever a question wouldn't get answered, I said, well, the book said X, Y, and Z. And then at that point, he kind of went along.
Former lapped detective Greg Kading revisited recorded statements tied to long-running allegations surrounding Tupac Shakur's murder. Central to those claims was the idea of financial motivation. Yet the narrative weakens where documentation should begin. No verified transactions, no undeniable paper trail. That absence creates the divide between rumor and legally provable fact. In modern justice systems, can truth exist without evidence on paper, or does missing documentation simply reveal the limits of what power allows to be proven?
What happened? So everybody kind of already knew knew that something happened?
I didn't tell her so.
So you guys had to get the Cadillac painted and patched up and everything from the bullet holes?
And we took it back to the rental car place.
Was Orlando injured during the fight?
Is that?
Was Orlando injured during the fight?
Yeah.
Did he have to go to the hospital?
Yeah.
His shoulder?
Shoulder, yeah. Kicked his shoulder out of place.
Okay. Does anybody know what happened to the gun?
No, not for sure. Nobody knows exactly what happened to the gun.
What happened, Keefe D, did you say they went back? What happened when they went back to the white Cadillac?
Keefe D didn't go back to the white Cadillac. He went home by other means. So the white Cadillac and the gun was managed or handled by the rest of the crew. Keefe D wouldn't have had any direct knowledge of what happened unless he heard one of those guys disclose to us what happened.
Do you know what they thought happened to Tupac? Do you know if they thought Tupac was dead at the time? Well, you know anything about their conversations afterwards?
No, Keefe D told us that he thought Suge had been shot in the head. And So his impression was likely, at least in that immediate aftermath, he would have thought that, somebody shot in the head. That's more than me. So, the next day, of course, the reports start coming out on the news about Tupac being in the hospital in critical condition. So they would have known as soon as the reports came out that he wasn't dead. I don't know what they thought as far as the shooting. Obviously, Orlando laid down some fire. How many times he shot Tupac, he wouldn't have probably known. But he probably would have known that he hit him.
How did so many people find out what happened so quick?
The fucking the news, MTV news with that man Mike Lampkin.
They were talking about you guys?
Shit, they evidently should say KVD nephew. People don't know me. KVD nephew. Suge told him that. Yeah, then he called me a rat. Oh, bitch, you been ratting. Wrong, yeah. Been ratting, you hired the police. Oh man, you just did this shit all wrong, buddy.
It's your Connect left town, and Connect got mad at you.
No, that Monday?
Lyrics from the late 1990s have resurfaced under renewed scrutiny. Some listeners hear confession. Others hear performance. Hip-hop has always blurred the lines between metaphor, aggression, reality, and entertainment. But when art begins to mirror real-world allegations closely enough, interpretation becomes impossible to ignore. Is artistic expression sometimes used as protection when speaking directly becomes too dangerous?
2 verses for Diddy. One was the let's get it.
Let's get it. I run this city, send the cops, DA defense to come get me.
I ain't tell him to say that.
And then this one.
Bo knows, but Diddy did it. Yeah. Shootouts, coastal beef, shit, Diddy did it.
Jay, help me with that. Jay, help me with that. Jay, help me with that. Jay did that part right there. When he said,
cut it out, man.
Shootouts, coastal beef. I wasn't around, but I was like East Coast, West Coast. That was, and then Keefy D comes out and says,
God damn.
But they said you wrote it and it's him confessing the crime. Did you see this?
No,
Did you see
man,
the meme? Look at the meme. Look.
Cats wanna leave me for dead, you coming with me. You coming with me.
I'm not involved in this.
You wrote those verses for real?
Yeah, we wrote.
Gene Deal adds another perspective, one focused less on isolated incidents and more on repeated behavior, rivalry, and obsession. He describes patterns, imitation, overlapping relationships, and personal fixation. Not hard proof, but texture surrounding the culture itself. In industries driven by status, ego, and legacy, admiration can slowly evolve into obsession. And when rivalry becomes personal, how much can psychological behavior influence motive, even when courts demand physical evidence?
How you feel about the people that say Biggie was asking for him coming to LA so soon after Tupac got killed and him getting on the radio rapping Long Kiss Goodnight?
Man, you would get 100 people in the room, and out of the 100 people, probably 3 would say it was all right for Big to be in LA. 97% of those people would say he had no business in LA at that time. We all knew that. Why would Puff rent studio time? Come on, man, look. You gotta look at what people do, man. You know Pac just got killed. It ain't no kind of business Big was doing. Big couldn't even walk, he couldn't run. They was pushing him around in a wheelchair, brother. Why the hell would you rent studio time at LA for him to finish your album when in fact you got your own studio, Daddy's house? Let's keep it a buck. Let's stop this bullshit, man. Let's stop doing these interviews, man, about this shit. Cause people ain't getting it. He did not want the beef with the Crips. Puff ain't want the beef with the Dog Pound, Snoop them or whatever. Big started that beef. You understand what I'm saying? Puff ain't want none of that beef. So what I'm gonna do is, y'all want the sheep?
I'm gonna put him out the pack.
After decades of investigations, speculation, interviews, and public debate, the legal outcome remains unchanged. No convictions. No definitive criminal resolution connected to the larger theories surrounding Tupac Shakur's death. Prosecutors continue to point toward insufficient evidence, while defense arguments rely on conflicting narratives and missing proof. The law requires certainty. History rarely offers it. If justice depends on evidence that never fully surfaces, does accountability eventually disappear, or does it remain alive in public memory until the truth becomes impossible to ignore?